Welcome back. You're watching First Up with me, Grihato Siddiqui. And now, as Kerala recovers from the deadliest deluge, relief is pouring in from across the country. The contribution to the Kerala Chief Minister's Distress Relief Fund has today crossed 1,000 crore mark. Total 4.76 lakh people have made online contributions for the flood-ravaged state so far, and the deadly flood disaster has claimed 483 lives and displaced over 14.5 lakh people across the state. Kerala is estimated to have suffered damages of about 20,000 crores, which analysts say that should rise tenfold. My colleague Gopi Krishnan Runithan now joins me live on this broadcast. Gopi, the kind of funds that Kerala has managed to raise over this natural disaster is almost 400 crores more than what the centre was offering.
Well, indeed, we have what the statistics are showing, at least, because this is the latest available data as on yesterday late night, because it was yesterday in the afternoon, the evening, in fact, that this contribution towards Chief Minister's Distress Relief Fund crossed the magic number of 1,000 crore, and this happening, in fact, for the first time. And we can obviously understand when there is a destruction on the mass scale and the state is pleading for help from all possible quarters, and many people have been so generous enough to contribute immensely towards the CM Distress Relief Fund, and that is how this particular contribution has now crossed the 1,000 mark, and as on today morning it has even crossed 1,027.84 crore rupees. So this is just the first step, because we must understand that the state has successfully completed its rescue and relief operation. Now is the time for taking up rehabilitation and rebuilding. Now, this is one of the costliest process that the state has taken over in its history, because we know that there are almost 14 lakh people, in fact, who are displaced in this flood, and which are actually from 6 lakh to 7 lakh families. And all these families who have been affected by this flood and have suffered some kind of damage will have to be provided by an immediate interim relief of 10,000 rupees. So we can imagine 6 lakh families, 10,000 to each and every one of those families. So you can imagine the kind of expense that the state is looking at, and this money needs to come out immediately. And that is the precise reason why the Chief Minister has been urging the centre and also all other possible quarters to contribute generously to the CM's Distress Relief Fund. We already know that the central government has assured financial aid of almost 600 crores, that was 500 from Prime Minister Narendra Modi, and 100 crore when Rajnath Singh came just a week before that. Also, now there is a recent development that we are getting to understand that the state has actually asked for some rice and cereals from the central government, and the Ram Vilas Paswan ministry has allotted that particular ration to the state. But now there is a confusion regarding the payment, because the state was expecting free of cost ration because it's a distress time. But now we learned that the centre has communicated to the state that you will have to pay for that, which actually will incur an additional expense of 234 crore rupees, which the state can't bear at this moment.
All right, Gopi, thank you so much for your inputs there. So Kerala slowly and steadily limping back to normalcy, and people from across the country are helping rebuild the state. Now, after being shut for close to 15 days, the Kochi International Airport has finally resumed its operations on Wednesday. Here's a report on the airport, which was flooded barely days ago.
As Kerala recovers from the deadliest deluge in years, the Kochi International Airport resumed its operations on Wednesday. More than a fortnight after floods wreaked havoc across God's own country, it was an Indigo flight that was the first to make a landing after a gap of about 2 weeks.
India Today is bringing you the first and exclusive visuals of the first landing in Kochi International Airport. I am quickly asking my camera person to zoom into that end of the runway. So that is an Indigo flight that is coming from Ahmedabad, and this will be the first landing in this airport after a gap of 14 days. We must remember this complete airport was shut down after there was huge water logging and flooding, and I will precisely tell you that moment when that flight touches down. You can see the flight has come down. It's slowly approaching the runway and it has landed.
India Today spoke to the passengers on the plane, who said that their flight experience was good and without glitches.
So the first flight has finally landed in Kochi International Airport after a gap of more than 2 weeks. And now the passengers have just started coming out of this aircraft. Maybe we can just try and speak to these people on what was their overall flight experience.
Actually, I came to here for my business trip. On the sky, I was seeing that it might be flooded or having some water lodging and all the thing. But after landing, I can see that all the situation is normal.
While flight occupancy was below 50%, the captain of the flight couldn't help but gush over the smooth landing, thanking airport authorities.
It was like same before, no problem. CIL has done a good job. They have maintained the airfield very like it was like before, same like before, no problem.
Kochi Airport shut down after floodwaters entered the operational zone, including the runway, and had damaged flight equipment. The airport administration claims that the airport is fully functional, but it will be at least a week before passenger traffic returns to normal. This report filed by Gopi Krishnan Unnithan in Kerala for India Today.
And shifting focus now to Jammu and Kashmir, amid 48-hour shutdown in the valley, all eyes are now on the apex court. The Supreme Court will today be hearing petitions challenging Article 35A of the Constitution. Police and paramilitary forces have been deployed in huge numbers in Srinagar and other parts of the valley. A total shutdown has been observed in Kashmir on Thursday after separatists called for a band ahead of the hearing. The Jammu and Kashmir government had asked the court to defer the hearing, citing upcoming panchayat and urban local body elections. Article 35A is a part of the Indian Constitution that gives power to the state of Jammu and Kashmir legislature to define permanent residents of the state and grant special privileges and rights to these permanent residents.
होमवर्क इज बीइंग डन फॉर द लोकल बॉडी इलेक्शंस और उसके लिए जो है वो सिक्योरिटी स्कीम बनाई जा रही है जिसमें कि सभी लोग भाग लेंगे, जेके पुलिस, वहाँ की लोकल एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन, द CAPFs एंड उसके लिए उपयुक्त जो है वो सिक्योरिटी एनवायरनमेंट क्रिएट किया जाएगा फॉर द पीसफुल होल्डिंग ऑफ द इलेक्शंस.
Thanks for watching the video. For more such news and updates, please like, share and subscribe to India Today. Also check out our other great videos from our channel. We know you will love to.